Well, good evening and welcome to the Lapidary channel. Tonight I want to talk to you guys about using a diamond paste. A friend of mine I was talking to today, I was trying to explain it to him, my friend John. And I was trying to explain it to him and I'm not sure how well I did. So I thought here I would make a video for you guys and add it to the channel. What you use diamond paste for typically is after you're on your last 3,000 grit wheel. Typically on most cam machines, they have a 1/4 threaded hole, and you have one of these little pads, or several of them, little canvas pads. I have these ranging from, this one's a 14,000, I have 50,000, 100,000, 200,000. You can have them up to whatever grit you want. Well, typically up to 200. What I typically do, if you just charge these with just diamond paste alone, which you have right here, little 14,000 grit diamond compound. There, you can get it at Kingsley North or pretty much any supplier. If you just put diamond paste on this alone and rub it in, it'll stay in there, but it will work out in time. It will work out in time anyways. But if you use a solution called Crystalite or Crystal Lube, there, let me see if I can show you guys here. It's a diamond extender. Now, Kingsley North doesn't carry this anymore. They actually carry this stuff, which is Kingsley North's diamond extender fluid. A bottle like this, really, the only reason I got this is probably because I do a lot of cutting, but something like this will last me several years for a bottle this size. But a little bottle this big, which you can see there's actually, still some in there. That lasted me probably close to a year now for that little tiny bottle. So I wouldn't recommend buying anything over a 2-ounce bottle. But if you put this on first and put this into your pad before you put the diamond paste on, what it helps do is it helps the diamond paste really bond into the canvas pad itself, and you'll get more life out of your diamond. You won't be going through diamond paste like crazy. So what we'll do here is I'll just show you real quick, give you a little demonstration. Is what I typically do is, and I'm sure people have a million different little ways, I just typically go around in a little circle and make little trails of dots. Okay. And I'm trying to get a nice even coverage. One thing you want to watch that I found over the years is that watch your edges and how much you actually put on the edge. Typically, a lot of times, you'll see people, they'll put them on, a lot in the middle and a lot around the side, but they won't put so much on the edge, and then you're not going to get an even coverage. I mean, your diamond paste, over time, as you're running the machine, it's going to spread out and disperse through the pad. But now this pad's been charged probably 2 or 3 times, but it could use a little boost. On the initial first time that you're going to use it, I would put a little bit more if it's a new pad. The diamond extender and a little bit more diamond paste on it than I am now. But there's already a nice decent coating on there. So after we have the diamond extender on there, then we're going to take our diamond paste. And one thing you want to really watch is I keep my pads, I keep them in plastic bags in between grits. So if I have, say, a 14,000 on the machine, I might have the 50,000, 100,000, whatever I'll have in separate plastic bags, because you do not want any cross-contamination between any other grits on this pad. So if you're using 14,000 grit on this pad, you don't want to try to use, say, for instance, say like 50,000. Because if you try to use 50,000, say you start off with 14 and say, I'm going to use the same pad and make it even finer and use 50,000. You still have the 14,000 grit diamond on there. So you're getting all that cross-contamination. The only thing that you can do with a pad, but you can never go back, is say if this is 14,000, which it is, I can go down to say 8,000 on this. But once you're at 8,000, you can never go back to 14,000 again because you'll have that 8,000 grit cross-contamination in there. So you can go down, but you can't go up. Typically, whatever a pad is what I leave them as for the, the life, of the end buff. So with that being said, what I do is I just make a same deal, a little row of dots. Now, if this was a new pad, I probably would put I'd put a lot more on than what I'm putting on now. Okay. And then with a clean glove, I just kind of take it and just work it in. Why this diamond paste is black is beyond me. Doesn't make any sense, but and when you're rubbing it in, you want to try to get a nice even coverage throughout the entire pad. You have little lumps and stuff, and really the after your first initial time that you charge a pad, adding a little bit here and there as you go, like I would say every, oh gosh, I don't know, I probably get a couple hundred cabs, out of before I have to recharge it again, maybe a little bit less. But after it's initially broken in the pad, it it's not that big of a deal to recharge them. And there you have it. And you see this pad's kind of worn and torn. It needs to be, trimmed to a little pair of snips to, get out some of the little hairs on the side and stuff. It's not going to hurt anything. It just, it's from polishing and catching the edge of the cab over time on the side and the pad just breaking down. I mean, I probably did, 300 to 500 cabs, with this this little lap in probably the last, I don't know, probably month and a half. Well, maybe 2 months, but so after it's rubbed in, you're basically good to go. Then it just simply goes right on the end in your little 1/4 hole. And just give it a little snug. And there you go. That's it. So there you have it. That is how I charge my diamond pads. Like I said, I'm sure maybe somebody has some other little different methods that they use. I'd be happy to hear them if you'd like to comment in the section below. And once again, like I said, I use the Crystal Lube here, which it was running out. And so I actually just got a bottle like this of the Kingsley North brand, the Diamond Extender. For whatever reason, Kingsley North doesn't carry the Crystal Lube anymore. I don't know why, but they don't. So, but, this I'll have for years, this bottle here. So, and that should do it. Why, thank you very much for watching the Lapidary channel, and you guys have a fantastic evening. If you wouldn't mind clicking like and subscribe below, I thank you very much, and you have a great, wonderful night.